This is the Fortnite robot fighting the Foundation statue in Chapter 3. And today I'm turning clickbait Fortnite thumbnails into reality. This is a brand new series of mine where I take thumbnails of stuff that hasn't actually happened yet and I recreate them myself in Blender. The plan is simple. I need to scout YouTube for the best possible thumbnail that I can then recreate in 3D. Ooh, this one's not bad. Alright, so I've now found a couple of thumbnails that I think would fit perfectly. I've decided to start off with this one, but there's one huge problem. I have never animated a fighting scene in Fortnite. Also, the statue was in a static pose, meaning I couldn't move it. This is going to be difficult. So what I had to do is take the foundation skin and then try and replicate the texture of the statue as close as possible. This process took about an hour, but at the end it turned out really cool. Now I can animate the statue however I want. Also, once I'm done, I'm going to show the YouTubers their own thumbnail recreated into an animation. We have to make this look perfect. We can't let them down.
I have never seen anything like this before.
First, I had to key out the actual statue so that I could then replace it with a custom one. Since I was moving my character in-game, I also had to motion track the entire footage so that I could place any object in the scene and you wouldn't be able to tell. Like for example this barrel right here, which is actually fake and edited in. Now that we got all of that sorted, it was time for the most difficult thing, the actual animation. I wanted to find out how film production companies like Marvel make their animation. Turns out they use really expensive motion capture suits that calculate your exact movement, which you can then transfer onto a character. But suits like these literally cost close to $20,000, so yeah, that was not an option. I bought one. Yes, I actually bought a motion capture suit that allows me to transfer my exact movement over to a Fortnite skin, who then does whatever I do. I'm going broke. Since this video was extremely expensive to make, thanks to Lootboy for sponsoring and making this video possible. Lootboy is free to download and available on Android, iOS, the app gallery, and the PC. On Lootboy, you can open premium loot packs to get skins, in-game items, and all sorts of exclusive gaming-related surprises. You can open premium loot packs free with diamonds that you can get from quests, or you can pay less than $2 to purchase 2 packs. And buying a bundle of 25 packs on the weekend of the 11th, you will get a bonus pack. Alright, I'm opening the bonus pack. It has guaranteed V-Bucks or a Fortnite skin. What am I gonna get? Oh, we got 1,000 V-Bucks. Nice. You can also get V-Bucks out of premium packs. I, for example, got V-Bucks worth over $50 out of just 20 premium packs. I just got a Lootboy key. If you're lucky enough to get a Lootboy skin token, you can head on over to the skin vault where the tokens can be exchanged for Fortnite skins. The skin vault is updated daily with the currently trending Fortnite skins. I've teamed up with Lootboy to give away 13,500 V-Bucks to one of you guys. All you have to do is create a Lootboy account and comment your username below. Using my code Trimix-02, Lootboy gives you a loot pack with diamonds and loot coins. So make sure you check out Lootboy using the link in the video description. The suit works great and records all of my movement, however there is one big issue. I have to basically fight myself. I have to record the motion for both the statue and the robot. As you can probably imagine, fighting someone is pretty hard when there's actually no one there. So what I had to do was plan the entire fight scene through, and then I set up an audio that makes a noise every time the robot and the statue were interacting. So I would then act both characters after each other while playing the same audio file. And for example, on the first noise, I would punch when playing the statue and then block when playing the robot. When then aligning those two shots, I would get a synchronized fight motion. But yeah, that was one punch. Now I have to do this with a full 40-second fight scene. Now when you get hit in the face, you obviously also fall back. So what I did is I put a lot of pillows and blankets on my floor and then actually fell back on them. After about 50 failed attempts, I finally got the perfect take for both characters. I instantly imported the raw data to see how it would look, and it looks decent, but there were a few errors that needed to be fixed. Like for example, the hand not making any contact on the punch, and so on. I actually spent multiple hours correcting every small mistake in the animation, so while I'm doing that, let's check out thumbnail number 2. For this thumbnail, I basically only wanted to recreate the right side, so essentially Spider-Man climbing up the clock tower. I went into replay and recorded myself slowly flying up the wall of the clock tower. I then took a climbing loop animation and added it onto Spider-Man. Since the background was already moving, I didn't even have to animate Spider-Man any further. As a final touch, I rebuilt the basic shape of the clock tower in Blender and then added it as a shadow catcher, meaning it wouldn't be visible in the render, but it would just leave the shadow. After rendering that out, I simply put it above the replay shot and boom, it was basically done. I added back all the HUD elements and even some random climbing HUD elements just to simply add detail. And with that done, we have Spider-Man climbing up the clock tower in Tilt. And to be honest, this is actually a really cool mechanic, and I wouldn't even be surprised if Fortnite actually decides to add this in the future. I also added another animation when he reaches the top of the tower, and yeah, that's basically thumbnail number 2 recreated. Unfortunately, Ghouls, who used the thumbnail, wasn't able to react to it. Back to the statue and the robot fight, where I have finally finished fixing the little issues. And when adding this into the raw clip, this is what it looks like. As you can see, the characters aren't supposed to be in front of the mountains, the trees, and they should obviously also be behind my skin. So I spent literally years masking away different parts of the foreground in order to make it look realistic. I even used a little trick for some spots. I took a screenshot of the area that was supposed to be in front, and since I had the camera tracked, I was able to make that image follow the spot where it's supposed to be. Obviously, there would be slight changes in perspective, which I am unable to get with the screenshot, but for most parts, this was a quick and dirty way of masking out the foreground. After doing all that, all there was left to do was some effects. So I went into creative and basically built a black wall. I then threw down random items that would make any sort of particle, and I shot some grenade launchers, rocket launchers, and anything that would just give me cool explosions. Since I have a black background, I can then easily composite them into the final video. For example, when the robot gets hit, the particles that you can see are literally from an impulse grenade. The robot also shoots missiles at the statue, and those missiles are actually cutouts from the airstrike item, once again behind a black background in creative. To sell the effect even more, I added lens flares that would follow each of the airstrikes all the way over to the statue. Then on the impact, they would get really bright before then fully disappearing. For the ending of the fight, the rock statue picks up a rock literally out of nowhere, and well, you guys are gonna see. Let's call Mr. Top 5 and show him his own thumbnail, but animated and turned into a live event. I can't wait for his reaction. Oh, and also go hit that like button because I've put so much work into this. Yo, what's up, Mr. Top 5?
Trimix, what's going on, bro?
Yo, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I have something really cool and special for you.
Oh, no. Oh, no. What is it, dude?
I don't know if you remember, but about, what is it, probably like a week or two ago, you had a really cool thumbnail of the rock statue fighting the mech robot in Fortnite.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes, of course.
Now, can you guess what I did?
Let me guess. You recreated it, didn't you?
Yep, exactly. I recreated your thumbnail and I turned it into a Fortnite live event.
No way.
And I'm about to show you.
Let's check it out, dude.
All right. There we go.
This is so sick. Dude! I've never seen anything like this before. Oh my, this looks like a real live event, dude.
Thanks, man. Who do you think is gonna win?
I know the robot won last time. Honestly, it's gonna be the robot. Robot's got all of everything.
But what if the rock spawns in the rock?
Oh,
and then just explodes him. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Dude, Trimix, that was insane.
The ending might have been a little scuffed, but
that is so sick, dude.
Subscribe if you want a part 2 and comment down below which thumbnails I should recreate next.